got some mail today. Kind of excited about this. This is our measuring device for our Tides Marine sail track and slide system. It's for measuring up for the sail track. And we needed this done so that we can install our stack pack that our friends Galen and Greg had given us after they had lost their Gemini. We feel sorry for that, they lost their boat. But I think they've upgraded to something a little bigger, a little more comfortable for them. And so they graciously give us their stack pack. And we're gonna see if I can get it installed. But we gotta do some measurements first. And we got our measuring system from Tides Marine. We're gonna go up there and get that started. Let's go, guys. All right, so we have to measure the mast to get the length on this new track. And the way we did it is I used my mast made and I climbed to the top. I put a tape measure on it, measured the whole thing. Another way you can do it is take your end of your halyards and tie them together so that you can raise it up and pull it back down. And then tape or tie your tape measure to the top of the knot and then run it up the mast. You can measure the mast, get your dimension, and then you can pull it back down. And a third way to do it if you don't have a tape measure long enough is tie a string to your halyard and make sure that the string goes to the top of the knot and tape or tie it to it, raise it up to the top of the mast, and then pull it to the gooseneck and mark that. And you can see in here I put a piece of tape on the string, and then you pull it back down, and then you can measure fold the string up several times, like fold it in half and fold it in half, and then measure that with a tape measure and get your measurement that way. So we got our measurement kit from Tides Marine. We've got our length on our mast, and we have to figure out what kind of groove we have in our mast so that they can know what to configure up. So they sent these discs who can either measure the flat slides or the round slides, or if your groove is rounded or flat in your mast. So come over here, I'm gonna show you how we're gonna measure that up. And what we're gonna want is the width of this groove. Now that right there is slop. You don't want any slack in that, any play at all. And they're lettered on there, if you can see those. And M still has a little, O, N has a little bit. Oh, right there. We have no play in that. So we need to mark that down. The width of our track is O, and we'll put that in our order form. All right, so the next thing we have to measure is the thickness of this. And you can see right here in the gate, the thickness of that metal. They've sent these with different gauges to measure that, and we can't have any slop from front to back. So there's one. That one's too loose. That one has play in it. Right there. Number 3. So the thickness of our metal is on this gauge is 3. So we're gonna mark that down also and put that in our order form. All right, so the last measurement we need is the width of the inside of the track so that they can put as much, basically, it's the width of your slide there. I got 15/16 on there, and we're gonna wanna measure from the inside of this track to the inside of that track. I know I've got a 1/4 inch on both sides. Our previous measurement on the width is on this one, which is a 1/2 inch. So I know width inside is 1 inch. We'll write that down, and that's all the measurements we need to get this track ordered up. Hey guys, we got our mast measured, the height of it. We had to do 2 inches from the top and at least 2 inches from the bottom. I think 1.5 to 2 inches is what the instructions say. Second thing I'm going to do is measure from my gooseneck, see down here, from the gooseneck to the mast gate. That is where the slugs slide into. And to the top of that, I got to have a minimum of 10 inches to be able to get the track sliding in there. And I'm at 21 inches. So I'm gonna mark that down, 21 inches. This is where the slugs go in the mast, and this is where we'll put in the track from Tides Marine. But this has to be at least 3 inches and open from both sides, just like this side is. So we're probably going to take a Dremel tool, we'll cut this down to 3 inches so that we have enough room. So we have enough room to slide that track in, and that's our next step. So we'll cut that out when we get the track, but we'll go ahead and mark our measurements on that so we know we have enough room. And when we send that in for our order, we'll have that set up. Guys, so we're putting our order in for our new track for our mast, and there's a couple of things that you still need to do, but you need to follow the instruction books that they sent for you. Before we finished our order, we have to get our batten slides, our headboard slides, our reef slides, and our intermittent slides. I kind of wanted to go over that, but there's so many different sails and setups on every different boat that you really need to read the instructions and follow that. But this is just getting us to get our track. Hey guys, keep watching our videos. We're gonna have a video coming out on installing this track, coming out pretty soon. Thanks for following us. Be sure to subscribe, like, and share with your friends.